Hello everyone, thanks for joining my assignment. I'm going to introduce Chinese cultural background to you guys and some methods to negotiate with Chinese people. The presentation will be divided into 4 sections as follows. First, let's talk about the need to trade with China. China has the world's second largest economy in terms of nominal GDP, and the world's largest in terms of purchasing power parity. As of 2022, China accounts for around 18% of global economy by nominal GDP. Besides, China was one of the world's foremost economic powers throughout the arc of East Asian and global history. There are some reasons to explain why negotiating with Chinese is necessary for global business. China is one of the world's largest economies and presents significant opportunities for trade, investment, and business partnerships. Negotiating with Chinese companies allows businesses to tap into this lucrative market and expand their operations. Many products and components are manufactured in China, making negotiations with Chinese suppliers essential for companies worldwide. Negotiating favorable terms, pricing, and quality standards can directly impact a company's supply chain efficiency and cost effectiveness. Negotiating with Chinese people provides an opportunity to gain valuable insights into Chinese culture, business practices, and communication styles. Building strong relationships and demonstrating cultural sensitivity can enhance trust and facilitate successful outcomes. Overall, negotiating with Chinese is crucial for seizing opportunities, managing risks, and navigating the complexities of doing business in China's dynamic and influential economy. The second part is about some factors which impact negotiation. First, cultural factor. Faith is a strong and critical concern in Chinese culture. It presents a person's social self-worth, establishes others' assessment, and often suffers during interpersonal conflicts. As recent research starts to consider the social and psychological cost incurred by conflict in negotiations, faith has been increasingly employed to explain different conflict styles and consequent bargaining behaviors in China. In order to save faces on both sides, the negotiators in China usually do some preparing in advance to make the opposing representative feel respected. In addition, the preparation includes the study and analysis of the other party and attention to the context of the negotiation by collecting and organizing information. China has various of etiquette because of its long history and cultural diversity. Handshake is the most common etiquette. For example, when people facing a woman, they can't reach out actively. They should wait for the woman reach the hand firstly. This is called contact culture, and Chinese people usually keep a certain distance to give a certain sense of comfort. In addition, in China, when a man shaking hands with other people, if the opposite representative is a woman, he needs to shake half of his hand. If the opposite representative is a man, he needs to hold his forepaw. The famous custom in China is table culture. Chinese people prefer the entertainment culture on the wine table. Drinking and eating have become a culture which is a tradition left from ancient times. For Chinese people, you can't go drink and eat, which can quickly close the relationship between people, and it's also an effective means of communicating emotions. Chinese people consider more about building a long-time relationship. That means the negotiators from the collectivistic culture concentrate more on forming a relationship, and they treat different people between in-group and out-group partners. Chinese special geographical environment leads to culture in a relatively stable state. Chinese people pay attention to tactic strategies and won't easily let the other party perceive their intentions, and the negotiation expression is more euphemistic. The perceptual thinking of Chinese people is a kind of fuzzy thinking, which makes it impossible for people to have a clear definition of things and conduct logical and organized analyses. Based on these factors, a cross-cultural action plan can provide some help when negotiating with Chinese people. Negotiators from China prefer to prepare to discuss all issues simultaneously and in an apparently order when bargaining in China. Expensive meals and white wine at nice places, also known as the culture of drinking table, are key factors for them to transmit information. They often work as part of a team rather than negotiating individually. Each team member may have a specific role and expertise, allowing for a more comprehensive approaches to negotiation. They prioritize win-win outcomes that satisfy the interests of both sides. They pay attention to verbal and non-verbal cues, allowing them to uncover underlying interests and motivations. When managing concessions and conflicts, they tend to express themselves in a more euphemistic and gentle manner. They rarely reject or deny people to their face, but often respond with a smile accompanied by a meaningful nod. But nodding doesn't necessarily mean commitment to the end result and agreement with the outcome of the negotiation. They may simply have reservations and don't want to express their rejection right away. So how to manage the negotiation more effectively? We should prioritize issues based on importance and relevance, and use a structured approach to organize the discussion and ensure all relevant issues addressed systematically. We should respect cultural norms around information sharing and privacy, and practice active listening to understand verbal and nonverbal cues. We should take care of their face, which is crucial in Chinese culture, and avoid confrontational behavior to prevent loss of face of both parties. We should invest time in building personal relationships and rapport with them. We should negotiate with them when having dinner at table. We should show empathy to demonstrate commitment to find a mutually acceptable solution and focus on interests rather than positions when discussing contentious issues. We should also avoid making unilateral concessions without seeking concessions from the counterpart in return. The last part is conclusion. When negotiating with Chinese people, effective management of concessions and conflicts is essential for achieving mutually beneficial outcomes while preserving relationships. Prioritizing concessions based on importance and strategically offering them can demonstrate flexibility and build goodwill. Finally, successful negotiation with Chinese negotiators requires a nuanced approach that emphasizes collaboration, respect, and reciprocity. This is my references. Thanks for listening.